2022 wedding trends for men, whether you are a guest or a part of the wedding. So if you are the groom and are planning a wedding, it's time to start thinking about what you and your groomsmen should be wearing. So joining us once again to walk us through the process is Jeff Alpaugh of Jeff Alpaugh Custom. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Latavia. Thank you so much for having me again.
It's absolutely our pleasure. And you know what? It might be a bit cliche, but when women are setting the date for their upcoming nuptials, they probably already started thinking about their dress 20 minutes after getting engaged. But many men are probably not that proactive when it comes to choosing their wedding attire, right?
That's correct. That would absolutely be what I have seen.
I could definitely imagine. And obviously, it's nearly April. So is it too early or too late to be choosing outfits if you're getting married this summer?
I think now is exactly the right time. A lot of people who are getting married in June, July, and August need to be thinking about weddings and weddings attire now, right now.
I definitely could totally understand where you're coming from, especially with, everything has been slowed down or just starting to pick back up. So what is the process actually like for men choosing their wedding attire?
So, Latavia, thanks for asking that because, after the last interview, I got a lot of great feedback and people are like, that's so awesome. I'm going to keep that in mind. However, a lot of people had questions on what is the process? Okay, I see what you're telling me to do and achieve, but how do I achieve it? And what a lot of people leave the grooms and the groomsmen clothing to last, right? They've got this smorgasbord of things that they need to achieve and they're thinking about the venue, they're thinking about the dress, they're thinking about the food, the flowers, but they think about the clothes for the groom side absolutely last. And even a lot of brides will say, okay, fiance, go to this place and say you need a black tux, or they'll get, and I'll tell you, I've had so many people even personally, they'll come in here and they'll say, my wife said this, my wife said that, and we get sort of the process, and I say, do you actually mind if I call your wife? By the time I pull the information, it turns out that we were on a completely wrong track, right? That message loses a lot of effectiveness as it goes through the groom.
That's actually a very interesting point that you mentioned because, like you said, the groom may have a completely different understanding of what is needed in terms of their outfits, but the woman may feel, or the fiance may feel, quite different. So when it comes to getting the groom and groomsmen dressed for the occasion, how do you get them excited about the experience?
So it's so important, the word that you just said, that they have to be excited about the process and they have to be excited about the clothes themselves, the end product, because really what we're going for in 2022, and I mean me, I mean you, I mean anybody who is at a wedding or getting married, what we're going for is photos that are fantastic. That's sort of our ultimate goal and end state, because we live in an Instagram world and we want to have amazing photos to post, but also those photos are the photos that you're going to be showing people 10, 20 years down the road. And the clothing is such an important supporting piece. And the word that you just said is excitement, right? I'm going to tell you something. If people are excited about the clothes that they're wearing, it shows through in the photos. And you know this, and I know this about you because I follow you on Instagram and you're always wearing these awesome outfits, and your excitement, the expression that you have, pushes through and translates through as well in those photos. So the clothing makes such a difference.
How many visits does it usually take for the groom or groomsmen to really put the outfit together and get it all tailored?
So in a perfect world, what we want is for them to come visit the couple. And let's learn everything about your vision. And I want to hear all your buzzwords from it. Should be classic, classy, traditional, contemporary, modern, sophisticated, Great Gatsby. Just throw whatever words you need so that I can understand what we're going for. Then we want to talk about how the pictures look. Then with the couple, we'll decide the outfit for the groom, and we'll decide the outfit for the groomsmen. And of course, we'll have to talk about variations, right? Maybe there's a female on the groom side, right? Mm-hmm. And we want to make sure that she's very comfortable, but everything syncs up and everything's going to be balanced and proportional for the photos, right? So once we've done that, then we want to set a separate date for the groom party, right? The gents or the groom party to come and have a good time together while we do all the measuring and outfitting.
There's so many things to think about, but we thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing all of this information that is very needed when you're planning a wedding.
Yes, it is. And I'm going to tell you the next big stat is going to be on the return to work. So next time, let's talk about how people have really transformed themselves over this 2-year period and how we can make that sort of caterpillar become a butterfly through clothes in the return to office, return to life phase.
It sounds great. Thank you again. And that was Jeff Alpaugh, the CEO of Jeff Alpaugh Custom. Make sure to stick with us. We'll be right back with more CTV Morning Live.